So my name is Svetlik, and I'm the happily wedded wife of Jeff Svetlik. Prior to meeting Jeff, I was a single mommy of two beautiful kiddos, and I was single for about 10 years. So I was previously married. The marriage didn't last very long. I went to school, being a single mom, graduated from college, found a job, and my whole life, for the most part, I felt like I was searching for something. At the time, I thought I was looking for the one, right? Although I didn't want to admit it to myself. And I was looking for the one in my own way. So I experienced some hardship, and I was in relationships I really should have never been in. And after one of the relationships that had failed, I remember telling God, this is it. I'm so done doing it my own way. I no longer am going to do that. And now I just want to serve you. I just want to love you. I want to obey you. I want to serve in my church. And God, I would love to have a husband. I think it was for the first time that I had asked God for a husband. Probably a couple months after I had done that, I met Jeff at a work function. I remember the first night when we hung out, at some point at the end of the night, he goes, "Fine, I get it. You love your church, you love God, you're really proud of your church, I get it." And I remember just looking at him and saying, "Well, am I talking about my church? I mean, am I?" He's like, "Yeah, the whole time."
It's a great church. Yeah.
I said, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, actually, I'm very proud of my church and I love God."
Yeah, I promised her I would go to church one time, just because she loved her church so much and kept begging me to come. I was still real firm in
There was no begging. Oh.
Well, anyway, but I was still real firm on my religion that I'd been in my whole life. Anyway, I said I would come one time just for Christmas, and yeah, I've been here almost every Sunday since. So.
Our church was doing a 21-day fast at the beginning of January, and I told him what I was going to do. I was going to read the Bible every morning at 5 a.m. I was going to pray. I was going to fast, social media and wine and chocolate and just certain things. Anyways, he joined me. He joined me, and he was actually in it. And after a couple weeks, I remember him just saying, I love a lot of things about you, but what I really love the most is how you love God passionately and just unapologetically. And that's when I looked up and I was like, he didn't know what he had said.
Oh, she just started crying.
But I was like, okay, God, he's the one, yeah. And if there is one word that I would use to describe how did this miracle come in, in realization and how it happened. Of course, God did it all, but it's obedience.